Okay, now we're out. Now we're going. Hey, what's cracking? See, Axl Cones with you. We're going to bring Robert Mateer here in just a second, as we do every week. I scrolled through all my material, so let me see what I found this week. Our first stop is headline New York, New York. Remember this one? MSNBC's Bill O'Reilly paid off numerous women because of his sexual advances. What? Not Bill O'Reilly? He seems like such a warm, caring man to me. Since no female on planet Earth wants this creepy old crank to stick his trouser snake anywhere near them, he had no choice but to grope, fondle, and then pay them off hush money. It keeps me awake at night knowing why the great Dennis Miller hitched his comedic wagon to this fucking cockroach. I guess it's one of life's bizarre mysteries. And yes, this Dennis Miller right here. Headline Oxford, Mississippi. Ole Miss football coach Hugh Freeze was fired for calling an escort service, claiming it was a misdial. The kicker, so to speak, called Sally Streetwalker using a university-issued cell phone. Freeze resigned after university officials found a, quote, pattern of personal misconduct. Do you think so? Freeze went to the Lord and Jesus cards all the way to the bitter end while trying to explain that he was dialing a 313 number and not an 813 number. Hey look, save your lame cover-ups, Pastor Freeze. My bullshit-o-meter is on red. However, my curiosity meter wants to know how much you were charged for the hoe to role-play Mary Magdalene. And speaking of simpletons drinking the Jesus juice, headline Thornville, Ohio. Christian activist David Daubenmire is suing the NFL, Pepsi, his cable company, as well as a long laundry list of others for, get this, $867 trillion because he watched a, quote, pornographic Super Bowl halftime show featuring Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. Dave claims he had, quote, pornography piped into his house that night. Okay, kook, here's what I'm putting on the docket, since I'm so goddamn sick of these frivolous lawsuits. I'm going to sue you as well as the Christian community for $867 trillion and $1 because everywhere I turn I see mostly naked and bleeding Jesuses.
Amen.
Amen is right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Dave is suing the NFL for putting his eternal salvation at risk. Here again, let me counter. I'll sue the Christians as every hotel I've ever checked into, there's a forced religion Bible in every room. Oh sure, I don't have to open the drawer, but I know it's there. And I'm feeling pressured to become a Jesus jockey ever since I stayed at that Holiday Inn in Omaha. Headline, Predictionville, USA. One of the great gifts I was born with was the ability to see the future. Unfortunately, this Nostradamus prediction is as easy to forecast as the winner of a fist fight between Mike Tyson and Trig Palin. Google that later, you'll laugh your ass off. But nonetheless, Trig Palin?
Yeah, Trig Palin. That's Sarah Palin's kid, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the one with the cerebral palsy.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Got to explain this shit tonight, I guess.
Palsy joke.
Hey, we're 3 minutes and 55 seconds, and it's never too early for a cerebral palsy joke. But nonetheless, I want to be the first one to get this out there. With our election coming up on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020, whichever side wins the presidential seat, the other side will cry rigged and Russian involvement and fake news. I say this because the society we find ourselves in these days will make sure they are seen as classless, sore loser pigs that we come to expect in this entitled cesspool of degenerates. Now, with all this said, I may come across as a cranky, not having any fun, grumpy grumperton. Grrr. But truth be told, I find joy in the little things. A cookie straight out of the oven, dinner on the deck of the house as the sun is setting, receiving a sloppy, toe-curling smoker by the fireplace in the dead of winter. One of my guilty pleasures... One of my guilty pleasures is just sitting back and listening to people's inane conversations. My wife constantly tells me that I need to be more talkative in social situations. Why would I want to inject myself when so many people can make complete asses out of themselves without my help? In today's PC world, every subject that's brought up, everyone has an opinion on. While there's nothing wrong with that, I do have a problem with people who suffer from arms crossed, hard-headedness, and refuse to listen to other people's views and opinions. One of the hot-button issues for the past 50 years has been abortion. This seems to be one of those topics that people just won't budge on no matter how much common sense comes into play. As for my stance, I'm pro-choice across the board. I don't condone abortion. I like babies. But I'm also not going to tell complete strangers what they can and can't do with their own bodies. With that said, I believe abortion is necessary for cases involving rape, incest, if the mother's life is in danger, if the fetus's life is in danger, or if you're dumb enough to let R. Kelly take out your teenage daughter. Whatever your stance is on the topic, more power to you. If you believe that life begins as soon as the man polish is squeezed from the meat tube, then let the picketing outside my house begin, as my wife's face contains 4 generations of dead babies. God, I thought you would like that line. Okay, as for the hardcore anti-abortion nuts, believe what you want. Just stop hurting and killing doctors that perform abortions. I'd explain the irony, but I'm guessing your tiny brain wouldn't get it. Save that pent-up anger for when George W. Bush throws out the first pitch at a Texas Rangers baseball game, okay? And to you Ramona right-to-lifes, I'm guessing your tune will change when your teenage daughter comes to you in tears as she was roofied and raped raw dog at the rap and crack party by some illiterate cerebral palsy Chris Brown disciple. I'm guessing you'll reach for the coat hanger faster than a backed-up dry cleaner. If not, then you suck it up and raise those drooling coffee with cream triplets as if nothing happened, okay, asshole? The wife's rubbing her face. I know, that was a rough one to hear. There are numerous topics where people believe they're right and you're wrong and refuse to look at both sides, ration or common sense. Tonight we're going to discuss some arguments you just can't win. Forgive me, but I have to throw my 2 cents in here. Every now and then my inner asshole rears his ugly hemorrhoid and I bring up a topic that gets people hyper-confrontational like Ted Nugent skinning lambs at a PETA convention. Sports is a great subject to take a few years off the back end of people's lives. I make no secret that I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan since childhood, and living here in Colorado, there's no shortage of imbecilic Denver Bronco fans that get steamed up like a pair of glasses in a gay bathhouse. I was in a conversation not too long ago when the topic of greatest NFL quarterback of all time was being debated. To me, this is an absolute no-brainer. It begins and ends with Tom Brady. Now, Bronco fans don't want to hear stats or facts as they continue to run with Tom Brady's a cheater, John Elway's the greatest of all time. While you have the right to your opinion, you're just flat out wrong. Let me break this down for you. Let me break this down for all the Tom Brady haters out there. He's good to his wife. He's a good family man. He does a lot for the community. He's never been in trouble with the law. He's a great team leader and a great player. Oh, then there's this. 6 Super Bowl championships, 4 Super Bowl MVP awards, 3 NFL Most Valuable Player awards, numerous NFL records, and he's still not done. Facts. The problem with today's feeble-minded culture, Tom Brady can win 10 Super Bowl rings in his career, and it will always be yeah but season. Yeah but Tom, yeah but the league, yeah but Deflategate, yeah but the Patriots, yeah but the Rules Committee, yeah but Spygate. So to all the die-hard, whatever your particular NFL team happens to be, lunatics who talk crazy on a daily basis, put down the haterade and do some research on your teams before you run your yap. And oh yeah, Bronco honks, before you hate on Brady, you may want to research the Denver Broncos salary cap violations that occurred between 1996 and 1998 involving John Elway and Terrell Davis that let you win back-to-back Super Bowls. Research and get back to me on that one. As for the record, Bronco fans, I'm not hating on number 7. He's always been good to me. In fact, I have John Elway number 3 in my all-time great list behind Brady and San Francisco 49er Joe Montana. Then there's this. If Tom Brady held a press conference today and told the world that he wants to finish his career as a Denver Bronco and not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, you can open it. It's all right. Go ahead. There you go. People in this town would have creamed themselves like a squirting MILF backstage at a Wayne Newton concert. So show some goddamn respect to the GOAT, okay? The second argument you can't win involves people and their religion. Now let me state for the record, I am to religion as the DMV renewing Caitlyn Jenner's driver's license. Oh. Personally, I don't care what God you pray to every time you fuck up. That's on you. If your God has a long white beard and flowing robes, or an elephant head with 6 breasts, or if your God resembles Mr. Furley from Three's Company, knock yourself out. I'm on record numerous times to proclaim my stance that the Bible is the biggest piece of fiction ever written.
Amen. That's
right. A scary stat that I found out recently, 70% of homes contain a Bible. 70%. There are people out there who believe the Bible is true and this nonsense actually took place. They believe Genesis 1 and 2 is true, that God created heaven and earth for 6 days. No breaks? They believe Exodus 14, 22 through 31, that Moses parted the Red Sea to free the slaves of Egypt. They believe Genesis 6, that Noah and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, built an ark and gathered 10 billion species of animals to put on their little boat so God could destroy his violent and corrupt earth. If that isn't childish enough, people worship and pray to some long hair named Jesus Christ. You know his story by now, right? The guy who can claim to turn water into wine, heal retards, and who was born out of wedlock from a virgin mother who got knocked up by the talking walnut after she ate the apple and pissed off Adam, which got his rib jabbed into her eye or some shit to that effect. Like I said, I'm not religious at all. People are convinced that Jesus resurrected himself 3 days after being crucified on a cross. Every time I hear this nonsense, I shake my head and laugh out loud. As I try to explain how ridiculous this story is to these Jesus freaks, they seem to go into some epileptic fit. Oh God, oh no, oh no. There are religious nuts out there that believe Jesus will make an unexpected appearance one day to save us all. Hey, whatever helps you sleep at night. But you people do realize that in today's time period, Jesus would be about 3 feet tall, right? Even Kevin Hart could pat him on the top of the head. If Jesus were to ride in a car today, he'd have to be buckled in a car seat. Like I said, believe what you want to believe. Just stop giving 10% of your income to barking chihuahuas wearing a white collar. Stop seeing Jesus images in your fucking grilled cheese sandwiches. And most importantly, take your Bible and place them on the 25-cent garbage table at your next garage sale. Still not convinced that the Bible is complete marzipan? You still believe I'm out of line for running junk about your precious little book? Well, let's practice Exodus 21:7, which states, and I quote, "If a man sells his daughter as a servant, she is not to go free as male servants do." End quote. That's right, folks. You can sell your daughter into slavery. So to all you Bible thumpers out there, send your 15-year-old little girl over to my place because I have a knob that needs to be polished, and then I'll put her to work landscaping my backyard. My final argument that you will never win involves the political arena. If I may make a simple request to everyone listening to me this very second, can we please stop discussing politics with each other? I have never seen a culture so divided like we are right now. And here again, unlike most of you, I can sleep at night, ulcer-free, because I don't affiliate myself with either political party. Oh, but how I do enjoy watching political lunatics going at it. Pure comedy! What amazes me the most in this overgrown toddler culture, neither side can shut the fuck up for 10 seconds to listen to the other, because everybody knows everything and they get the real inside scoop, unlike you do. Since I don't have a cock in this fight, I guess this is where I have to come in and bludgeon you with truth. Since I'm on the political fence like a bisexual chick trying to decide on dicks or clits for my Saturday night, I can listen to Bill Maher and Rush Limbaugh equally without judgment. But when Joe Schmo looks down on someone who doesn't agree with him politically, as he thinks he knows politics because he saw a break-in ticker tape on Fox News, or some teeth and hair manufacturer on CNN, or some stupid Facebook meme that he took literally, that's when I have to duck out. Let me clue you in on something. Mass media networks only show you what they want to show you. If anyone knew the real behind-the-scenes truths, every president would be impeached within their first 100 days. So do one of two things. Don't watch a minute of this bullshit propaganda, or take the mass media, what they feed you, with a 500-pound brick of salt. And for the record, to me, sociopathic political nutbags are no better than pieces of shit gang members. Yeah, I said it. Think about it. If you're red, blood, or Republican, you're supposed to hate those in blue, Crip, or Democrat, and vice versa. No matter or if you're a D or an R is in the White House, half the country will bitch, piss, and moan on a daily basis no matter what kind of job the president is doing. And while I'm on the topic, boy, people stick to that R&D bullshit no matter how incompetent or corrupt their candidate is, don't they? Their candidate could be a child molester caught on videotape, waving to the camera with a big O face, spraying his nut butter on some 14-year-old intern's stomach with a stack of taxpayer hush money on the nightstand, and people will still look the other way while tweeting, "Fake news. Did I mention I got a 70-cent raise at work today? Thank you, hashtag POTUS." This shit has got to stop. Now, I know I'll never unite the political nutcakes out there, so let me piss you all off for a couple of more minutes. Whenever a political sex scandal is revealed, that's the cue for the opposing side to run with their, "I told you so. My side would never do anything so despicable." Honestly, in this day and age, I'm more shocked when a politician doesn't get caught. We've had political scandals for centuries, folks. For example, Democrat Woodrow Wilson had an affair with Mary Ellen Hulbert in 1907, when Wilson was president of Princeton University. Democrat President John F. Kennedy has been linked to numerous extramarital affairs, including Marilyn Monroe, Judith Campbell, and intern Mimi Alford in 1962-63. Democrat President Lyndon B. Johnson had extramarital affairs with multiple women over the years, including Alice Marsh, who was his political assistant. Democrat President Bill Clinton received oral sex from White House intern Monica Lewinsky. The scandal led to impeachment by the White House for perjury for lying about the sloppy smoker under oath. Clinton was acquitted in the Senate when 55 senators voted not guilty to 45 guilty, falling 22 votes short of the two-thirds majority necessary to convict. And how about Democrat New York State Representative Anthony Weiner, who, on November 6, 2017, began serving a 21-month jail sentence for sexting photos of, shall we say, Little Weiner, to a 15-year-old girl. Because it's election season, we can't forget, in 1993, Tara Reid, a former staffer to Joe Biden, alleges that Biden reached up her skirt and fingered her salmon cake. Apparently, Joe didn't like the American Pie series. Oh, wait, wrong Tara Reid. Nevertheless, the scandal list goes on and on. Can you believe all the liberal shitheads that are out there? Totally uncalled for. Don't you agree, conservative nation? Well, hold your wad there, right-wingers. It's now your turn. Because if nothing else, I am fair and balanced. Democrat-Republican Thomas Jefferson was accused of fathering the children of his slave Sally Hemings, who was the half-sister of Jefferson's late wife Martha. Republican Senator Robert Packwood of Oregon resigned his office after 29 women came forward with claims of sexual harassment, abuse, and assaults. Packwood's denials of any wrongdoing were eventually contradicted by his own diaries boasting of his sexual conquests. Republican Representative Helen Chenoweth Hage of Idaho, while screaming from the rooftops for the impeachment of Bill Clinton, later admitted in 1998 to having her own 6-year affair with a married rancher. Idaho, indeed. Republican Representative Blake Farenthold of Texas in 2015 was reported to have paid $84,000 of taxpayer money to settle a sexual harassment suit from her former staffer. Republican Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich had several extramarital affairs, including having an affair with a staffer while his wife was in the hospital dying of fucking cancer. Republican President Donald Trump is accused of sexual assault by 13 women during the 2016 election. A 2005 video of Trump recorded by Access Hollywood, Trump bragged about sexually assaulting women. Trump himself renewed the controversy a year later by alleging that the video was, quote, locker room talk. In 2006, an affair between Donald Trump and adult porn star Stormy Daniels was published in October of 2011 by the magazine Life and Style. That side of the scandal ledger goes on and on as well. So you see, not having any affiliation is great for me. I guess what I'm trying to say to both sides, shut the fuck up, all of you. You have more skeletons in your closet than H.H. Holmes when unexpected company comes over. Google that later. You'll laugh your ass off on that one too. In conclusion, if there's a taboo topic and some barrel of kangaroo nuts gets all lathered up and is looking to spar with someone, don't get catfished. Do what I do at home with the wife and just say, yes, you're so right, dear, and go about your business. I just got the finger. There's a lot of hard-headed, truly disturbed people amongst us, and what's the point of giving yourself an aneurysm arguing and slamming your head against a brick wall? People will and always will believe what they want to believe, no matter what stats, numbers, video, audio evidence, or facts that are thrown their way. If you're on social media and some blockhead starts a post off with, if you don't like what I'm about to say, unfriend me. Jesus fucking Christ on a cracker, you don't have to tell me twice. I hit that little button faster than an NFL player punching his pregnant mistress in the stomach while on tour of the Vatican as they're killing time waiting for President's State of the Union address to begin on Fox News. That's my take, but then again, what the hell do I know?
Amen.
Amen is right. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll get Robert Mateer in here, and we will see what he has to say about all this. I will be right back.
That's weird.
You should tell that story.
Oh, you know, you don't want to know that story. Oh, my God, you have no idea what's going on over here. Should we tell that story?
Mm-mm.
Tell it.
All right, they want me to tell it. All right.
Tell it,
Can we
please.
skip COVID? Can we skip COVID this week? I'm so tired of talking about COVID.
Do I have anything about that?
Fuck that. I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of it, too.
Go
Tell the
die.
story.
Everybody go
Tell
die.
the story. Tell the story, please.
All right, we're done. They want me to tell the story.
Whatever.
All right.
I was going to talk about COVID. I don't care what you talk about.
So you want to talk about COVID?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No,
Okay.
fuck
I
that.
only have a couple of quick things I want to talk about that. But as everybody knows by now, I have been a what's the nicest way? What's the nicest way to put this?
Slut.
I've gotten around, and when
I haven't. So
we're like total opposites. So I was living downtown Denver, and he came over to my house one day.
no, we lived together.
Oh, we were still living together at the
Yeah.
time? Okay. And
Right?
so no, I thought you weren't with me, right?
I'm not sure. I think we're living together.
But nonetheless, so I had a condom on the side of my bed, and I said, "Hey, Bob, catch!" And I tossed it at him.
Was it juicy?
It was
Yeah,
juicy
yeah.
still, yeah. So he
Oh.
caught it, looked at it, and I thought he was going to throw up his guts. That was just amazing. Well, how about the time we were playing cards? And we tried to outgross each other?
No, you and Kyle, not me.
Me and our buddy Kyle were trying to outgross each other. So he goes, and I was losing. I was getting my ass kicked. And then we'll talk about this, and then we'll get into this. And he goes, if you could gross me out, I'll give you, I think it was like a roll of pennies or something.
Couple rolls of nickels.
Couple of rolls of nickels. So I went into the bathroom, dropped the number 2, and came back out with part of it.
Wait. Shit tickets full of crap. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I thought he was going to throw up all over the table.
Oh my god! I've never heard that story. Oh.
I got stories for days. All right.
Talk about things you can't talk about.
Well, apparently you can.
All right, so you don't want to talk about COVID? I only have a couple things.
Or
Did you
just
see?
Make it fast.
Did you see the protesters in Michigan walking through the state capitol all with rifles and shit? Did you see that today?
Like I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Guns and
Yeah.
Guns and viruses. Okay.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the Second Amendment. What are you walking through the state capitol with guns for? Can you imagine if all those people, instead of being fat white guys, if they were Muslim or something? Can you imagine what would have happened?
If they were getting laid somewhat consistently, they wouldn't have time to.
We would have had World War III.
Oh.
Let's see, what else do I got here? Oh, the funeral home in Brooklyn, New York. Did you hear about these guys?
No.
Somebody actually sent me this. I can't remember. I gotta look it up. But somebody sent me this story. Like, you got to talk about this tonight. They stacked some bodies in 2 Ryder trucks.
Nice.
And forgot about them.
Were they like the frozen trucks where you like haul food in? Like
No, they were Ryder trucks, the big orange trucks in Brooklyn. They stacked these bodies up and forgot about them. So people are walking down the street going, "What in the hell is that smell?" They go open up and all these dead bodies are piled up. Can you imagine that?
Sounds like a lawsuit to me.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. But anyway, so COVID, like I said, I'm sick. I've been sick of this thing since day one. I'm over it, you know. But I guess Colorado reopened today.
Stacking the bodies in the U-Hauls.
Parts of Colorado.
You gotta return
Parts
the
of
U-Haul.
Colorado, yeah.
What do you do with the bodies? You gotta return the
Yay,
U-Haul.
hairdressers, go back to work.
Do you get your deposit back on that if the dead body stench? Anyway.
Do you guys need a dolly? It costs extra. Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of COVID.
Oh,
Holy
I am
shit.
too.
I was just.
I am too. It's got to stop. It's got to stop.
So yeah, 3 things that you can't talk about, which in my opinion, this PC world that we live in, your list could probably be 12,000 things long.
Oh sure, I just picked the top 3 that I just.
There's people out there that find out you put 4 creamers in your coffee and they get triggered. You know, so holy shit, we could talk about this topic for 5 hours.
Oh yeah.
What?
You know?
Four?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
when did our skin in this country become like tissue paper thin?
Yeah.
Where it's like everybody gets offended by absolutely everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like holy crap.
Yeah.
You have your beliefs, I have mine. Let's just agree to disagree and move on with our pathetic shithole lives. And
well, the thing about it is now you can't. Whatever topic you talk about, nobody wants to hear what you have to say. You know, I brought it up in the opening. Nobody wants to look at both sides of anything.
Everybody screams over the other person, you know.
It's just so bizarre. When did that happen? I don't know.
I like social media, like I mentioned before. That's part of the reason why you give maybe giving everybody a voice isn't such a good idea.
Yeah,
after all.
That's right.
That's the Pandora's box. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Well, now that everybody has a voice, everybody thinks that they're more important than everybody else.
I'm more important than you.
Yeah, that's right.
My opinion has to outweigh yours, and I want to keep commenting you back until you get tired of commenting and get the last word. Oh, I hate people so much. So, so religion, in my opinion, the top 3 is religion, money, and politics. But people say no, religion, sex, and politics.
Well, everybody's got, it's all.
Yeah, but not everyone's having sex, so a lot of people probably don't care if you want to churn the butter of your woman. For the most part, but you start talking about money, you know, you find out your woman makes more than you, and then people's feelings get hurt. So I don't know. I mean, so those are my top 3: abortion,
money. What'd you say? Money,
religion, and politics.
And politics. So I've got sports. You've got money.
Yeah, sports.
I got sex.
And she's got sex.
I think sports is like, how can you take that? How can you take it so seriously that you actually get fucking pissed and drive your car into your neighbor's house?
There's a guy that I know. I ask him how the Broncos going to do this year, and he says every single time, 19-0, going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he takes it so seriously. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
But people, a lot of hardcore like Bronco fans don't have a life. You know, the assholes that go to the game and they actually take the time to put the paint on.
Or the barrel.
Oh, what I wouldn't give to.
Or the barrel, yeah.
What I wouldn't give to have 3 hours to paint myself up and go to the professional wrestling match or to the Bronco game. I mean, can you imagine having that kind of time?
Well, how about people who do it for meaningless baseball games?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
You don't see it so much at baseball, but abortion, you're right. Abortion's probably a close 4th for me.
That's a 3A. Yeah.
I mean, abortion. My way to shut people down on abortion is when they start screaming abortion. You know how wrong it is, and you're killing an actual life. You know, it's a little spot of jizz. You always ask them, well, how many how many incest rape babies have you adopted?
Yeah,
And
that's right.
It's always crickets after that. So
That's right. End of conversation.
Instantly.
That's right.
That's what you ask, and you never get a reply. You fucking never get a reply.
Well, and that's why I said it in the opening too. I said,
Yeah.
okay, all you anti-abortion nuts, when your daughter comes to you and says, "Hey, you know what? I was at this party the other night. And I got knocked up," then you raise that kid, asshole.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
exactly. And when Uncle Johnny,
Right.
shit hammers your 14-year-old daughter.
That's right.
Better, well, she's part of the family now, so...
Yep, that's right.
You know, she's got one eye and 3 tits, but...
A hand growing at the top of her head.
God gave us this little miracle, so we're going to go and raise her. No, that's not the case. You're finding the nearest coat hanger.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Bibles in the hotel rooms. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I like to ejaculate into the Bibles in the hotel rooms. But you're right. Why...
How is that not forced? How is that not forced?
Isn't that wild? At the establishments where people get together to cheat on their spouses, there's like a Bible in every single nightstand. Isn't that kind of fucking odd to you? I mean, probably the last place in the world, next to like porno arcades, there should be like Bibles, is like in hotel rooms. But yeah, what kind of pushing your shit onto me? But you know what? You shouldn't just put a Bible in there. You should put the Book of Mormon in there.
Yeah.
You should put a Quran in there.
Yeah.
You should put a Book of Scientology in there.
That's right.
Yes,
I don't want to be.
101.
I don't want to be offended if my Book of Scientology isn't in there.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Scientologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
You're really asking for it by putting Bibles in the nightstands in hotel rooms.
Yeah.
You're really. I was surprised no one has raised a shit fit about that by now.
Let's do it.
People.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You should have brought up religion during this topic because we're probably gonna be on here for 2 hours.
That's fine. I got plenty of space.
Yeah.
I got plenty of time. Obviously.
Actually,
How about you mentioned the Bible?
Thanks to COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
How about the Bible? Nothing. How about Jesus? The masturbation time, the masturbation period, teenage years. You don't hear anything about that, do you? He's either born and then he's grown up.
Him banging whores.
Yeah, him banging whores or something.
Knowing that he, I believe that Jesus actually existed.
See, I don't.
But I think he was just a regular guy who was a carpenter, and that's all he was. And the couple of guys were bored, like, you know what? Let's write a fucking book, almost like a comic book about. Hey, let's just pick Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, okay, guys, whatever. I gotta go bang this whore real quick. So, but yeah, I mean, I think to some extent he actually did exist. But did he walk on water and healed the lepers? No. None of that shit happened. A zombie coming back from the dead? Really? You believe in that shit? You believe in that shit? You know. So.
Well, it's like people who,
Walking Dead fans.
Well, what I always do too is I always say, do you believe in? I always people, these Jesus freaks. Do you believe in Santa Claus? Santa Claus, he goes around Christmas Eve, he drops down presents into the chimneys and all that. Oh, no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But you can talk to the Lord, and he's going to hear all of your prayers at the same time.
Well, I
don't understand
I
that.
always tell people about, like the elf on the shelf. What's the elf on the shelf? It scares your kids into basically behaving. Well, that's what religion is for adults.
Yeah.
It's the elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's basically scaring you into, I guess, being compliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And behaving. So how big of a piece of shit are you when you need this fictitious person in the sky to keep you in line? I mean, holy balls, man. Shouldn't you just be a good person anyway?
That's right.
You need this incentive of this.
Amen.
Yeah,
That's right. When I die, I want to go to heaven. Well, no, you won't. Whatever you want to believe, okay. Believe what you want to believe.
Of course, that all runs into, that all turnstiles into the whole pedophilia in the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
I got a great story about my ex-girlfriend. We threw in the movie Spotlight. Have you ever seen that?
Never heard of it.
The Incredible Hulk and I forgot who the other guys were.
Incredible Hulk.
I think
Bill Bixby?
No.
Luke
This came
Ferrigno?
out like 5 years ago.
Incredible Hulk. Oh, not the original.
The guy now.
I don't know.
Garofalo. What's his name? Raffalo. What?
Mark Garofalo?
Garofalo. I think Rachel McAdams is in it. But it's about these. So we rented at the Red Box. It's about these. I think it was a Boston Herald or Boston Globe reporters go out to find out about a pedophile in the Catholic Church. So the movie's just starting, and I turned to my now ex-girlfriend and say, "Oh boy, here we go," or something. And she's like, "Not all Catholic priests are pedophiles." So we start watching the movie,
Oh, jeez.
and it goes from they're looking for one guy, now they're looking for 3 guys. By the end of the movie, they're looking for 83 pedophiles in the Boston area.
Just in the Boston
And
area.
I'm thinking, how many priests are there in the Boston area?
Yeah.
It's got to be like 90% of them. So I had to bite. I've never bit my tongue so hard in my life to turn to her and say, really, I'm sorry, just 90% of them. Excuse the shit out of me.
Say that at the closing.
Yeah. So, I mean,
It's a closing.
so it's wild. It's like, it's okay to be a pedophile as long as you have faith, or if you can like slide backwards on your feet and sing at the same time. Can someone please give me the rule book on when it's okay to be a pedophile? It's okay for R. Kelly, but it's not okay for Jared from Subway. Can somebody please, like, why is the line so gray on why it's okay and why for certain people and not for other people?
Right.
So why are churches still in business?
Right.
So, I mean, the Catholic Church is just riddled with pedophiles. I mean, fucking riddled. They're relocating them in different areas.
Yeah.
They're moving them around the countries to keep from persecution, from prosecution. So why is it okay in the Catholic Church? And the Catholic Church actually recently announced that they actually had an uptick in donations. What other company could get away with this?
And tax-free.
If Starbucks came out and said,
And
okay...
PPP loans.
If Starbucks came out and said, okay, guys, we're going to snot rocket, spit, ejaculate in every third drink, they would be boarded up. Right as we speak right now, they'd all be getting boarded up.
Yeah.
So why is there an exception for the Catholic Church? I need someone to answer that question for me. I know why. Because parents are willing to basically throw their kids like chum into the water just to guarantee going to heaven. So, Tanner, I love you and all, but you gotta let the old guy fuck your brains out because I need to get into heaven. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
So...
The Catholic churches are also taking incredible amounts of the PPP loans.
Yeah.
And
they're getting huge bailouts. They're getting billions of dollars in bailouts.
Stealing from the small businesses.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
In the
millions
40s,
of dollars.
And
don't tell any details, but
and tax-free.
In the 40s, who did the Catholic Church support? Hitler and the Nazis. Look it up.
Yeah.
They actually supported them. So, once again, on the wrong side of history, but yeah, we can talk about this for hours. I can feel my blood pressure going up right now.
Mine too.
But you're right. But you're 1% correct. Once again, your monologue was better this week than it was last week. Every week it gets better. It's like, how do you have a rational conversation with these people?
You can't have it around with anybody.
When like you mentioned, when a 500-year-old fucktard and his 2 fucktard children. Really, 10 million. You know how many different species of gnats there are, and dung beetles. Really, you got all them onto a boat. God damn it, people! How stupid do you have to be? I mean, holy fuck! Come on, really? Walking on water,
and
parting seas.
People believe this. It blows me away.
Yeah, and whenever my woman makes me angry, I just call her my rib. Get back in the kitchen, rib. Yeah, try that, guys. See how that works. I mean, it's so unbelievably silly. It's just so unbelievably silly.
Well, it's just childish. It's just childish.
They can't pack into the churches fast enough, man. It just blows me away.
It's crazy to me.
It's like it's like an alternate universe.
Yeah.
What else are we gonna And of course that rolls into the Trump supporters who are all evangelicals.
Yeah.
Shane and Eric.
How can Jesus? Donald Trump was sent to us by God.
Yeah.
Really, the guy that's the raw dog and porn stars while his wife sits home pregnant is the savior.
Yeah.
And I forgot what the exact percentage was, but it was a really high number, like 50% or 55% of people currently alive right now believe that Jesus is going to come back during their lifetimes.
Yeah.
How narcissistic can you possibly be?
It's crazy.
I mean, how self-absorbed. My shit just marinates in blood just thinking about this, man. It's like, oh Christ! You believe whatever you want. Don't get me wrong, but God damn it, man.
Use some common sense, for God's sakes. Use some common sense.
But to run the country by it like the politicians do when they, it just drives me fucking nuts.
Well, like I said last week, try to have a conversation with somebody who's not on your side of the same fence as in the political arena.
Yeah.
It's infuriating. That's why I'm an independent. I don't care. I don't care about either side.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if Trump or Biden wins in November. I could give a rat's ass about it. They're both pussy grabbers. I could care less about either one of them.
And Joe Biden is, I mean, he's
I could care less.
Well, the guy, he's got shit for brains too. I think both these guys actually, in all seriousness, they're mentally declining,
Yeah,
probably because of old age.
yeah, I agree.
And it's just wild watching these two guys banter back and forth. I mean,
How unbearable will it be come September, October?
well, with the whole virus
Oh,
thing, I'm curious
Jesus.
to see if the election's actually going to happen on time, or if Trump is going to declare martial law and move back the election maybe like a year so he can be Mr. Dictator for another year. I have no idea, but
And like I said in the opening, can you imagine? I can already see what's going to happen. Whoever wins the election, the other side is going to whine, bitch, piss and moan, rigged, Russian interference. They're going. I can see it coming.
I mean,
I can see it. What does that say?
next week.
Next week.
What's
Next week, what?
Oh.
I don't know yet.
Oh.
But anyway, I can
Customer service.
I can see what?
Customer service.
Customer service
Mm-hmm.
for a topic next week.
Mm-hmm.
I can do customer service.
Let's do anal bleaching.
We're gonna bleach our balloon knots live on the air.
Yeah, there you go. I'll get a few hits.
But yeah, I mean, I can already see this happening. Whoever side loses, you might as well forget about it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have just an uproar from either side.
I wonder how well the Starbucks guy is going to do as an independent running. You really don't hear much from the guy, but
No, he's not gonna do nothing.
Trump's going to win. Like I said, that kills me to say that, man.
But you know what? I heard
Oh, that kills me.
that he's actually falling in the polls now because of
It
this.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
He's still going to have enough to get him there.
Biden in the hot White House.
Yeah, Biden
Yeah.
is such a bad. Biden is a male version of Hillary Clinton. You guys are going to run him. Holy fuck! There's 10 people that had a better chance of beating him. I mean, it's just.
Vote.
I predicted on Facebook like 4 months ago that Biden was going to be the candidate. Now, this one he was absolutely just getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
And I said nope, Biden's going to be the candidate. I mean, it's like.
Yeah. Well, look at the Democratic people if they ran out there.
Well, I mean, a few
Oh my
of them,
God.
I actually liked a few of them. A lot of them had really good ideas. I liked Andrew Yang's idea of getting all of us $1,000 a month because of all the automated jobs, all the robots taking our jobs. That was a great idea. I think Elizabeth Warren. Oh, you're still gonna get it later.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Brown chicken,
I'm
brown
gonna
cow.
carry her like a 6-pack. So
I'll tell you what. Let's take one more quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap it up with Robert Mateer, and I'll give you my closing arguments. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We're going to wrap it up here with Robert Mateer. Is there anything else you would like to discuss before we do this? We just said the same thing. You can't have a discussion with anybody without somebody getting butt hurt and
about anything.
about anything. Now, do you think that'll ever change?
No.
You don't think so? You think this is what you're seeing right now? It's always going to be like this? It'll get worse before it gets better?
I can give you an example. When I went back to doing the comedy works, when I got banned, I went back, tried to do some shows, and of course the guy running the whole thing, I think his name is David. He's like, well, your stuff offends people. I'm like, well, it's all in perspective because whatever you say could offend somebody.
Right.
You can talk about unicorns and butterflies, and someone's got, they probably lost their pet butterfly like 2 days earlier, and they're probably distraught over it, and you can probably offend them. I mean, it's
well, you could say hello to somebody. You say,
Yeah.
Good afternoon. What's so good about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody could get offended for anything.
Sure. So I mean, it's
I think that's why we have so many frivolous lawsuits, and that's why we've got just a bunch of shitheads walking around. I don't see it changing anytime soon.
if anything, it's probably gonna get worse. Until Mother Earth wipes us all out, which can't happen soon enough.
But and actually, there was one quote that I found. This was pretty interesting. I was doing some research, and I found this quote, and I just thought this one was something else. I'm going to get your take on this one. Thomas Jefferson, one time, he said, "Christianity is the most perverted system that ever shone on man."
Yeah. I mean,
I just found that quote interesting. Maybe I'm just a wacko.
I guess it has its purpose in our society. I don't know, but I think our society has not been able to advance because of religion. Don't forget George W. refused to do stem cell research because of his religious beliefs.
Yeah.
So he basically stunted the growth on that research because of his religious beliefs. It's like, fuck, dude, where's the separation of church and state on that? You know. So yeah, I mean, religion. We should be in flying cars right now, and we probably should be on other populating other planets right now. We probably should be doing we should have our own star fleet out in space right now. But religion, it slows everything down because people can't get past this stupid shit, archaic shit, that antiquated crap.
Mm-hmm.
Now our society is changing. The atheist society has grown 10% here recently,
Mm-hmm.
probably for the last 10 years, but still it's barely 17% of our society are non-believers. So we still have a long way to go. But the faster we get past this shit, folks, the better off you're going to be, because your life's going to be more. You're going to probably appreciate your life more, and appreciate things from day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, because you have people that are fucking fat and lazy, sitting on their ass eating chips, thinking, well, in my next life I'll be like Brad Pitt. I'll look like Brad Pitt and be in that kind of shape. What if there is no next life? What if this is it?
This is it. Yeah.
And you're shitting all over yourself. You know,
Yeah.
Congratulations. You know, so.
What's up?
Euthanasia.
Yeah.
What's your take?
What's my take on euthanasia as far as sick people goes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem.
Euthanasian. Where do you know this girl? She's coming over later.
You put an in on it.
She put it. Is she busy later? I don't have a problem with it. I think if you're in pain, if you're at the end of your life and you're in pain, you have the right to get knocked out. I have no problem with
If you
that.
want to kill yourself, whatever. Just don't do it in my garage. You know what I mean? Remember when Hunter told us that story about his roommate's...
Yeah.
His girlfriend's roommate killed herself in the house?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, go out to the woods, you selfish bitch. You know, I mean...
Well, how about our parents' friend? Her husband hung himself in the front yard.
Yeah. I mean... Well,
wow.
He said I was going to put some ornaments on the tree out front. It was Christmas time. He's talking about himself,
what is the checklist of what is okay with euthanasia?
What's the checklist?
Mm-hmm.
Well, cancer, if you're dying of cancer, if you have dementia.
I think you should do it. If you want to do it in general, you should be able to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm tired of doing this. I'm exhausted.
What is
Dr. Kevorkian had the right. He had the right. The right idea.
What is the process? What are the rules around it?
As far as legality,
Yeah.
I don't know what the legality
Some
is.
state it is legal.
Some states, yeah. Some states it's legal.
You don't have to go through the whole doctor thing. You can just put a gun in your mouth.
Well, people
drink.
do it peacefully, and some states it is legal for you to have a doctor put you out.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
You do what Donald Trump recommended. Just go down underneath the sink and grab the Drano and tip it back.
Can you believe how much hate I got when I posted that? As a joke. I got so much hate for that.
Tell us, what does that mean?
Remember when he said that if you ingested
If you inject
Clorox and
disinfectant into your body.
into your body, and then he comes out a day later. To all you people who think that, oh no, he didn't say that. Well, then why did he backtrack the next day and say, it was all sarcasm? You don't say that when you're sarcastic.
He's too stupid to be sarcastic.
Yeah, he's never made a joke a day in his life. You think he's going to start now? Get the hell out of here.
It's like trying to find an autistic auctioneer. Good luck. Yeah. Give me a break. The guy is literally too stupid to be sarcastic. I want to bang his wife so bad, though. Ugh.
You are, yeah.
And his daughter. His daughter's hot.
His daughter's pretty hot too. Yeah.
Whatever.
Chris will do him first and throw his condom at you.
Yeah. He'd probably take that one.
Okay.
But anything else we want to talk? What else you want to talk about? Anything?
No, euthanasia was kind of important to me.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I mean, if you're suffering, I have no problem with it. You want an air bubble in your vein, and you're suffering, I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah.
We saw our mom and our dad, towards the end of their lives, they were miserable.
If I have a lot of money and I know that it's going to end, I would rather end it so that you could get more money.
Really? You don't say.
I'm very healthy.
That's interesting. Yeah. Or something
And
sharp.
you and Bobby are mans. Dick's going
So, I'm gonna-
Dick is going down my throat tonight, and I'm not going to be able to breathe.
I have to
for
stop right now and go see the wife for a minute.
I doubt that. She could probably eat a hoagie while she blows you.
It's like throwing a Tootsie Roll down the hallway.
Not so much. But yeah, my throat can open it.
Anything else you want to talk about on that note?
That was
Good
fun.
Lord.
That was the best one. We're getting better each episode.
It is good, isn't it? We're,
Hey, please don't tag me in that.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Christians in my life.
Can I see you in the office, please?
All right. So anything else you want to talk about before we...
That was fun, actually.
That was a good show. That was a lot of fun.
That was a good one.
That's a good topic. I want to know what you think, too. You know, hit us up on Facebook, all that, all the nonsense. Hit us up there. And my ex-girlfriend got loose this week.
Yeah.
Oh God, let's
Did you
talk
see
about
that?
My ex-girlfriend,
Oh, my
my ex-girlfriend
God.
is giving me fucking
What
ulcers,
is wrong
so-
with people? What is wrong with people? I don't understand it. I have not seen this girl in 5 years, and she's on YouTube tagging everything on what a prick I am, and what is going on?
Oh, only to have that kind of time. I just...
My
that
God,
would
get
be sweet.
yourself
I wish I had
a
time to
life.
I wish I could troll people all day long.
It was unbelievable to
I
me.
probably still wouldn't do it, but...
Cunty.
Unbelievable. All right, so anything else you want to say before we
that
get
was
out of
good.
here? That was a good show. Let me give you...
I do want to do some songs, but I think I might record
Yeah.
them at home and then have you patch them in.
Oh, we can do
But
that.
the thing is, I have to get my songs copywritten. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not going to just let you put them on YouTube without being copywritten. So
Okay.
get my shit stolen.
All right. Well, hey, you got an outlet.
Yeah. Once my abortion of a life turns around. Jesus Christ. Once someone takes their boot off my
We're
throat.
proud of you.
Yeah.
We're proud of you.
When the boot is taken off my throat, then I'll. Jesus Christ, mercy already. Fucking uncle.
Jeez.
I know, it's been a rough year, huh?
No, it's been bad, but it's so weird. It's been the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows this year. It's been a wild year. But,
Yeah.
yeah, so whatever. It
We
is what it
can
is.
say, farewell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I appreciate things. Trust me.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what's part of being an atheist. You appreciate shit more. There is no tomorrow, folks. Hate to tell you.
Yeah.
So put in her butt does it for you, then knock yourself out.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, that's cool. Let me go ahead and give you my closing statement. Anything else you want to say before I
No.
turn the camera? All right.
You have more to say?
I got one more quick thing to say.
Oh, jeez.
I know. I'm never finished. All right, so let me give you my closing argument for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, before I leave you tonight, I always think about all the men of the cloth who appeared on To Catch a Predator, all the boy fucking going on at the Vatican, and Jim Bakker hypocrisy. With that said, I have just one more note on that Christian asshole Dave Daubenmire for my opening, who is suing the NFL for $867 trillion. I decided to dig a little deeper to see what Dave was hiding. And sure enough, after further research, I found in 2007 his 24-year-old son Zachary Daubenmire was charged with a felony of pandering obscenity involving a minor. Yep, you got it. Child pornography. Of course he was. During his son's hearing, Pops pleaded with the judge to give his son a chance. Quote, I believe Zach has been greatly punished because of his association with me. I really believe in my heart that in this case can be set as an example. Stop, I'm getting misty-eyed. So let me see if I'm crystal clear on your rationality. His devil seed, who's been addicted to porn since the age of 15, Zach's own words I might add, should receive a slap on the wrist after 37 kiddie porn still images and 26 movies were discovered on his computer. Nice try, asshole. How is this not being a criminal in the first degree? After all, Zach had to search for the websites on the Google machine, log into the websites, while dodging the FBI IP address tracking devices. Then he had to scroll through tons of images for the ones that perfectly suit his spank bank. Then he had to download everything, every image, and every MP4 clip into his newly created church stuff folder to throw off the scent. Instead of dropping Junior into the clink, the court system failed yet again as Zach received 5 years probation, a $1,000 fine plus course costs, and had to register as a sex perv. Sure, Pops, he deserves a slap on the wrist, but you deserve to take $867 trillion off the NFL because you saw two has-been no talents shaking their fat asses on television. I can't stress this enough, Dave. When your lawsuit gets thrown out of court because you have 400 other channels to choose from during those disgustingly shocking 15 minutes, I hope the judge finds you in contempt for wasting everyone's time, and you and Junior Perv, after he creates another child porn password, get thrown in the hole together, where I'm guessing the two of you will be screaming Jesus a lot more than you realize. The prosecution rests. Once again, I want to thank Robert Mateer for coming out, and I think that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Amen.
Amen. Can I get an amen, brother?
Amen, brother.
All right, we're going to get out of here right now. We'll see you next week again.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. Bye.